Factoid fanatics now have a chance to win more than just t-shirts and appetizers. I'm Adam Growe, and I'm turning trivia nights across the country into an interactive online game show worth thousands of dollars. 3 teams compete in neighborhood nerdospheres with knowledge that's astounding. Another $50. Nice. And that's lacking. That is not... No. I gave you 2 golfers out of 3. There's creative answers and rapid-fire payouts to the locals as we get an inside look at what makes the mind of a trivia titan tick, leading up to the unpredictable double or dollar finale. You might think you've got all the answers, but there's no question. I'm the quiz boss. We're blasting away in the Quiz Boss studios with the big logo on my face. I love it. Welcome to episode 3. This is amazing. Thank you for being here. If you were on board for the first 2 episodes, you know that you can log in right now, scan the QR code, which I'll put up on the screen for you, or go manually. If you're having any difficulties with the QR code scanning thing, just open up your mobile browser, your browser of preference, and put in adamquiz.com. Don't put www.adamquiz.com, just adamquiz.com. And if it doesn't work in a particular browser that you open, try Chrome or Safari or Firefox and see what happens. There was a bonus question that was played, and some people caught it. That's what I do, because these are recorded in advance in trivia pub night venues, and then they're distributed live stream. Live hosted interactive television, streaming television, list. That's what I called it. Live hosted interactive streaming television. That's how you get on board. So if you've only missed one question, it's no problem. There's 9 to 12 in each round, lots of time. You're awarded points for speed of correct answer on the app. And there are cash prizes. You also might have noticed, if you were here in advance, that there was a poll, real-time poll before we start this episode in terms of what would get you to share this and tell people, you gotta check out Quiz Boss with Adam Growe, the Cash Cab guy. It's live hosted interactive streaming television. Have you heard of List? I know, because he made it up. What would get you to share it and tell people to join? And the most common response, and I'll share that later, I'll activate it, was higher prize values. What? I'm giving you cash. I just don't want people to be too serious. So each round, top 10 scores get $10. Some people are winning like $50 a week just for watching live stream television. Okay, and then other people said more opportunities. So I only have 3 rounds, so you'll see that the questions don't match up in the recording. The questions do, but there's bonus questions. But then anyway, you'll follow along. Just play the stuff and be aware that there's going to be questions activated on your app. And I guess more opportunities to win would be more rounds. So there's more leaderboards. I understand. But this is the first 3 episodes. We're on this journey together, and we're about to start the first round. So I'm going to clean up the screen so it's not a big mess as usual. And yeah, okay, fair enough, Sonny, t-shirts. I didn't give that as an option. How do people have points already? They were here in advance, and I just at the top of the hour got it. And Shauna, Shauna Lee, glad to see that you got it now. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get started with the first round. Now, right now, I'm in what I'm calling Quiz Boss Studio B. Typically, the first 2 episodes have been in the 3D Quiz Boss Central Studio. The whole episode now, as you'll find out, is going to be in Studio B. But I think you're going to love it. Enjoy. Keep your apps open on your phones. If your phone times out, just refresh. Press refresh on your browser, and the questions will show up. And you should be good to go. And then we'll revisit t-shirts and other options. Here we go. Part 1 of Quiz Boss, episode. Welcome to the Quiz Boss Central Studios. This is Studio B. I'm Adam Growe, the Quiz Boss. I will be bringing you trivia nights from pubs in different cities or towns, in other provinces and territories and regions across the country, all into my Quiz Boss studios. On this episode, it's not 3 teams I'm taking over. It's 2 trivia nights in the Greater Toronto area. One is on the Danforth. It's the Black Swan Tavern. The other is in Etobicoke, Timothy's Pub. Who will win? We'll find out. Now, I'll introduce you to some of the character of the city and the city characters who think they've got the trivia savvy to win cash out of my pocket. Here's how you can show off your trivia prowess and win. If you're live on location at either venue right now, play along on your mobile phone for points and cash prizes. If you're watching the premiere live stream broadcast of this episode of Quiz Boss, play all of the questions on your mobile phone for points and cash prizes. If you're watching at any other time, you're still a winner because of all the random knowledge and fun that I'm going to be sharing with you on this episode. The quiz masters at both venues are regulars in the Toronto Trivia League, and they'll be competing head-to-head in this episode of Quiz Boss. Each team will add cash to their total over a series of questions that you can play for points and prizes. Then one team will have a chance to double their money on the unpredictable double or dollar finale. Let's finally meet our two teams, starting with the first team at the Black Swan Tavern on the Danforth. Let's say hello to them. Now, first up for the Black Swan, we've got one. They describe themselves as a former firefighter turned horticulturist, LGBTQ ally, and a lifetime uncivil servant. I could get this right, Phil, but it's Phil. You are just throwing me off with that amazing intro. How you doing, Phil?
How you doing?
Did I get everything right there, Phil? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Beside Phil, they were born in Kelowna and work in a job managing a team of programmers for a global publishing company. Much easier to say. There's Brad. Hey, Brad.
Hello, Adam.
I was watching the show.
Hey, Phil and Brad, you're on the show. They are Team OGs. Yeah, I love it. It's a riff on your respective old school interests. Now, we're going to get to your OG-ness a little later on, okay? But right now, let's meet team number two. They are at Timothy's Pub in Etobicoke. Hello, Timothy's. First up, they are an Alumni Relations Communications Officer at the University of Toronto. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Adam, and everybody else.
I'm assuming you're also an alumni of U of T?
I'm
Alumnus?
not, actually.
Oh.
No, just a fluke that I got a job there.
Next up, beside Heather, they attended the Humber College music program, and as a kid growing up in Montreal, they regularly acquired comp tickets to Expos games by calling up visiting team players at the Queen Elizabeth Hotel, Crafty Crane. Hello, Crane.
That's true. That I am a scam artist from way back when. Yes.
Well, I'm the quiz boss. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to scam artists your way through my questions, but we'll see what happens. Heather and Crane are Team Think Bank, banking on all the knowledge they accrued at U of T and Humber. We'll see about that in the next round. But hang tight out at Timothy's for the time being. Round one starts right now with Team OGs. Yes, and the OG, O.G. means old school, as you know, specifically original gangstas, which is exactly what I think when I look at the two of you. Beautiful. Okay, we're starting round one questions. Your first question is going to be worth $25, Team OGs. OG Anunoby is one of the only two Toronto Raptors players in franchise history with multiple games of 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals, and as of 2022 is the only player in the NBA with what citizenship, Team OGs?
I don't know.
Nigerian. We're going to go with Nigerian.
Going with Nigerian on the multiple choice options, you had Nigerian, British, or Lilliputian. Are you sticking with Nigerian on this?
We are going to say, you know what? We're going to say British. We're going to
Changing it to British. It was going to be worth 25. Changing it to British, I'll give you $5. It is in fact British. $5 only in the bank on that one. But that's okay. Next, question number 2 in round 1 to the OGs. Phil, you're an old school vinyl DJ who complains that all new music is crap. Except your secret music collections, like, for instance...
Okay, the Taylor Swift thing, that was between us, Adam.
Too late. Taylor Swift wrote and directed the extended music video version of All Too Well, for which she specifically cast one of the stars of Stranger Things, who has what plumbing fixture last name?
Let's go with sink.
Sink? Plumbing fixture? Sink?
Well, it is a plumbing fixture.
Okay, go for sink.
Okay, we're going with sink, Adam.
For $50, is it Sadie Sink, Finn Faucet, or Millie Bobby Bathtub? Sticking with sink, I'm assuming, adding $50 to that. Yes. All right, excellent job. Brad, you do some work for pop culture conventions and grew up on classic sitcoms, Saturday morning cartoons, and comic books. Any of those still in your life on a regular basis?
Comic books, definitely. Classic cartoons, definitely. And classic sitcoms, yeah.
All right, well, there we go. For $100 on this next question in round one, OGs, best known as Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill also appeared in some sitcoms and in the animated TV version of the DC comic book series is the voice of what Batman villain?
You know this? I know this.
Catwoman?
Brad knows it. He's being generous.
I'm going with Brad.
He is the best Joker there ever has been. So we are going with Joker.
Not even needing the multiple choice, which were the Joker, the Penguin, and Darth Riddler. For $100, it was the Joker, and is. $155 to Team OGs. That's where you're at after the first set of round one questions. Nice job. The next questions will be determined by attendees at both venues, all of whom will select one category. In a real-time poll right now, Phil and Brad, Team OGs, you can let them know which category you'd prefer as we watch the votes come in real time. The categories both venues, all players at both venues are picking from include pop culture, science and tech, music, sports, world news and geo, TV and film. Which one do you want, Team OGs? Let's see if they'll give it to you at the Black Swan or at Timothy's Pub as well. Oh, it looks like pop culture right now.
Either one wins. We're good with either ones.
We need a tiebreaker. Music. Jumps, I'll give it 5 more seconds. All right, they've selected music for you. Your first question in the category of music is worth $50. Here we go. Rock star rapper Post Malone has a single word tattooed under each of his eyes that together say what?
Did it come out on vinyl?
I'll give you multiple choice. Oh geez, I'll give you multiple choice. Is it Better Now, Always Tired, or No Regrets?
No regrets. No regrets.
No regrets is like a meme, like someone actually did that and they spelt it incorrectly. No money on that. I'm giving you $0 on that in music, Team OGs.
That's not music.
Better Now is a song of his. Always Tired is the correct answer. But don't worry, your next question in music, OGs, is worth $100. All right, here we go. Deborah Cox, the first Black woman to be inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, is also the first Canadian to top the Billboard R&B charts with Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, 1998. Nobody's Supposed to Be Here refers to what part of her body? Where is nobody supposed to be?
I can't say that on TV.
Oh, you sure can. I've seen some of the answers they've given before.
For $100, I want you to show me the body part.
I don't think I own one of those.
Do you think a chart-topping R&B, record-breaking Canadian Music Hall of Famer is that's the part that she's singing about?
Heart?
Go for heart.
Heart.
Yeah, go for it.
I think we need a multiple choice.
I know, but we can give it.
Is it Nobody's Supposed to Be Here? Is it Her Heart, Her Privates, Phil, or Living Rent-Free in Her Head?
We're going to go with heart.
I'm giving you $100 for that because you did say it before the multiple choice.
All right.
Nice job.
I still like the full answer
Last question in music, back to $25 because they're all various values. Rufus Wainwright and John Cale both had cover versions of what Leonard Cohen song in association with the 2001 animated movie Shrek?
And this is the one that Leonard Cohen put the moratorium on. Didn't want it. Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hallelujah. I agree. Hallelujah.
Easy $25 on that. Nice job, Team OGs, as we take a look. So let's have a look at both venues. Timothy's Pub and the Black Swan Tavern, supporting Team OGs and Think Bank. Let's have a look at what the venues look like as you're putting in your selfie pics. Looks great. Still some room for more if you haven't added them there. Love to see it. Nice, looking good. Love to see that, of course. Beautiful job if you had fun on that. It's not the end of actually music rounds. There's more questions. Don't go away from your app. There's still more questions. This is how it works on the live stream. What was recorded, you just played along. And now there's some bonus questions that nobody's seen. Mysterious. Oh, I need a little music for this. Hang on. All right, so we'll just get a little theme music going underneath as we get the next questions going. Everybody's having fun, I'm sure. Okay, your next question on the app is coming up in moments. Be sure to check it out. Bob and Doug McKenzie's Take Off features the distinctive sounding vocals of what iconic Canadian singer? Think you know? Get your multiple choice in. Make sure you've got the right answer. Options: William Shatner, iconic Canadian singer. Neil Young, Geddy Lee. We'll see what happens on the leaderboard. And we'll add that right now to see how people are doing. Why not? Let's see how the folks are doing. You are playing along right now. Top 10 scores with 2 more questions are going to be in the prize money. Good to see. A lot of familiar names and faces. I love to see that. No problem. Which is why I'm not giving you any more money until you share it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, there's another question coming up. I'll make some more money down the road. Don't worry. Okay, another question. 2 more questions. All right, along with Levon Helm and Robbie Robertson and other former members of the Hawks who formed the band. Ronnie Hawkins, the first of several, may he rest, notes in this episode of Quiz Boss. They all appeared with Ronnie Hawkins in the iconic 1976 farewell concert film captured by Martin Scorsese in what title? You got to know this one. Come on. Give me a break. My multiple choice might distract you and get you off the top 10. I don't know. The Last Waltz, The Last Tango in Paris, or The Last Temptation of Christ? Okay. You hadn't seen that question yet, but come on. You must have for sure. Okay, we need some more theme music for the last question. I'll put some more on. There's one more question here. And then we'll wrap out this round, and I'll give you a chance to collect your money. Okay, here we go with the last question in this row. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. I know. Ronnie Hawkins, and there's more. I'm just paying homage to the Hawk and others. But here we go. Last question in this round for ABBA Voyage, a unique virtual concert residency. The members of ABBA perform virtually via custom-built digital avatars dubbed what? What are they called? What are the nicknames of those things? This is the last question in this round as we'll get it going. We'll see what happens. All right? Avatars, emoji, spelled like with the little amulet, or Mamma Mia. That was my riff on Mamma Mia. And let's have a look at the leaderboard. How does it look? Woo-wee! I love it. Claim your prize if you are in the top 10 right now. Steve, Dingus, Daniel, Eve C's, familiar names there. H-Bomb, Slug 12, Crane. Love to see it. Verb Energy, Cleo, Grimbian Wife also back in the top 10. Collect your prize, fill out your email as long as you've registered with the same email. And then it's the rinse and the repeat. I will mention, as everybody's collecting their prizes right now, that there are some questions that appear, like especially when you hear the rapid fire happening in the next round, be ready for another question, all right? Oh, you want to post the QR code again. Okay, fair enough. Let me get that back up really quickly. Okay, we'll put it up there. We'll like this. Hopefully that helps a little bit. And yeah, I'll give the, the banner up there in terms of what you need to do. QR code a little bit, right? You should be logging on. Everybody's claiming their prize at this point in time. I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to claim their prize, and it looks like we are good before we start round 2. But while we're waiting, just very quickly, let's just have a look at that poll. Did that help? Okay, good. That helped. Let's look at that poll that I did, because everybody's claimed their prize. The poll that started it earlier, and see if everybody agrees. Okay, very quickly, we're going to start. There's going to be more questions. It'll show up in just a sec. Higher prize value, please. I'm giving you cash out of my pocket. You can say, Quiz Boss, online, it's just live hosted interactive streaming television. I won like $10 from the guy or more. More chances to win prizes. Playing at a live venue. So if you have a trivia pub night that you want me to do a live recording at, or keep an eye out for Quiz Boss in the future, and maybe it'll be in a venue near you. I'm trying to go outside of Ontario. Easier questions popping up a little higher there. Interesting. All right. Maybe it's just this round. I don't know. And I'm glad tougher questions is low there. This is a ranking poll. This is a ranked ballot. So 88% of you put 88% put higher prize value. So, okay, fine. I'll work on that as we get set for round 2, as we will start in a matter of moments. This is like the fun part. I throw back to me for part 2 of Quiz Boss. All right. I love it. Okay, coming up in round 2, Team Think Bank will try to beat the OG score. But first, I want to award some cash to someone random at the Black Swan Tavern with a rapid fire question.
Michael Yana, come on up.
All right, Michael. Phil describes himself as a human Swiss Army knife. In 20 seconds, of the 33 items found in the flagship Swiss Army knife, the Swiss Champ, other than blades, name 5 of the 33 items in 20 seconds. Go.
Nail clippers, nail file, corkscrew, bottle opener, toothpick.
One more.
Said bottle opener, can opener.
All right, I'll give you that. Give him $20. I'll give you $20 for that. Rapid fire. Nice job.
Thank you.
It's time for round 2. Let's bring back Team Think Bank from Timothy's Pub. All right. You've been watching patiently. I should mention that the Team OGs had $280 combined in their round 1 questions. You think you can beat that, Heather and Crane?
I think we can try.
Okay, Heather and Crane, I'm not sure why you went with the handle Think Bank. I'm guessing you have a favorite think tank.
It rhymes.
It's a play on words.
That's what the Quizmasters are all about. Just puns, no relevance in your life. But we'll find out, because this first question is worth $25. To protect wildlife in areas impacted by oil sands development, one of Canada's top think tanks, the Pembina Institute, helped create the world's largest protected area of what kind of forest?
Okay.
We're going to go with boreal forest.
Boreal forest, temperate forest, or weirwoods. Boreal is correct for $25. Nice job. Now, Crane, you performed with your band back in the day in the movie Sea of Love with Al Pacino. What was that like, working with the great Al Pacino?
It was actually really cool. And we also got to work with John Goodman, who sang with us, which was fun. Although the song never made the cut. He got upset because his voice was hoarse that day, and he kicked a chair and stomped off the set, and we never got to get it on screen.
Okay, well, Crane, I don't know if this is your normal voice. It's kind of sexy. It's a little raspy, but if you're having a bad voice day, I don't want any kicking of chairs or storming off the Quiz Boss set. You are in for this question.
That was my Godfather impression, so.
Next question is worth $50 for Team Think Bank. The title of the movie, Sea of Love, comes from the classic 1959 hit song by Phil Phillips and the Twilights, which was covered in 1984 by what sweetly named band fronted by Robert Plant?
That would be the Honey Drippers.
Was it the Honey Drippers, Pearl Jam, or Led Saccharin?
Oh, I like Lead Saccharin. We're going to change it to Lead Saccharin.
Don't change it to Led Saccharin.
The Honey Drippers.
$50 on that. All right, final question in this first batch of round 2 for you. Heather, you once made a New Year's resolution to dance every weekend, and apparently you've kept it.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, but on that year, I made it my dance resolution. Started a Facebook group and brought all my friends along on my my journey.
I love it. For this question, it's a $100 question, so you might guess where I'm going with it. According to Digital Spy, the #1 dance craze for wedding playlists is what song with a Spanish female name that translates basically to Mother of Jesus or Mother of God?
We're going with Macarena.
Yeah, and Crane's got the right idea. The both of you together to earn the full $100 on this question. In sync. Let me see it.
Macarena. You know, Timothy's is an institution in Toronto music scene. They got the greatest bands here, and these guys know music. So they're all singing along here at Timothy's.
Here's where you're at after the first set of round 2 questions. You've got $175. Great job. The next questions will be determined by attendees at both venues, all of whom will select one category in that real-time poll once again, and they can't pick. Okay, if you're at Timothy's or Black Swan, you can't pick the same category. All right, make it full. I'm calling it. It is going to be sports to close out round 2. Okay, they've picked sports for you. I don't know if ThinkBank hints that sports is a big, strong category, but your first question in the sports category is worth $50. Team ThinkBank. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson never made it to the NFL. And while making $250 a week in the CFL in 1995, he was cut by what team?
Oh, man.
Let's just go with that anyway.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead.
Oh,
We're gonna go with the BC Lions.
Was it the Calgary Stampeders, the BC Lions, or the Hamilton Jabronis? BC Lions, incorrect on that one. Was worth $50. Unfortunately, no. Next question, worth $25 in sports with a record 4 Olympic gold medals each. Who are the only athletes to win the same Olympic event on 3 occasions? Sydney in 2000, Beijing 2008, London 2012.
Usain Bolt for one. And don't know the person's name.
Daria, that American swimmer. I don't know her last name.
All right, the options were Serena Williams and Venus Williams in tennis doubles, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer in figure skating, or Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton Jr.
So the Williams sisters?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with the Williams sisters.
I'll give you $20 for that. You needed a multiple choice on that. Okay, but your last question in sports is worth $100, Team ThinkBank. At a 1974 MLB game in Cleveland, the game was forfeited in favor of visiting Texas due to riots and tear gas after the home team attracted fans to the park by offering 10-cent what?
No, that's a fun game. It's trivia. We're in a pub. It's beer. Yeah. Because we're in a pub, we're going to go with beer.
All right. For the full $100 on this, one of you needs to go get something to prove to me that you know the answer. Go get it.
Here, take mine. There you go.
Was it beer, hot dogs, or Richard Nixon bobbleheads that caused the riots? And he's got a beer. $100 correct on that. Yes.
Kaylee's our ace in the
You
hole.
know,
You guys are helping.
you know faster than we do.
Yeah.
All right. As we look at the leaderboard, I can tell you Team ThinkBank has $290 in the bank. Yeah, they are looking good. They are absolutely looking. Think Bank in good shape. There are more sports questions for you if you're having problems on the app. Listen, there's only so much I can do as the quiz boss. If you may be using an older device or you haven't updated your browsers, it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty slick and it moves fast. You're right. Boop, beep. We're not done with round 2 for you. There are 3 more sports questions at this time right now. So I'll slow the pace. I'll slow the pace as we look at the leaderboard right now. These are the top 10 placed winners at this point in time, $10 each. Some of them were in the first one. So that's $20 unless they blow it in this. No, they won't. They'll be fine. It's all good. Your next question in sports is, in 2011, Tiger Woods apologized after the Dubai Desert Classic for a breach of the tour code of conduct when on the 12th green, he did what? What did Tiger have to apologize for? Have a look at your apps. See if you can get the answer on this one. Did he spit, urinate, or did he have to apologize for double bogeying? It's Tiger. It's possible. But no, he spit against the code of conduct. Who knew that? Let's check it out. Let's kind of see the top 10. If you look at the top 5 right now, it's Stephen, Grimby and wife, Brad, Herbie the dog, and H-Bomb. Let's see if anything changes in the top. All 10 of these are in the money right now, but let's see if anything changes on the last 2 questions. All right, here we go. In 1994, it was declared that Canada has 2 official national sports, hockey and lacrosse, but Saskatchewan is the only province to have its own official sport, which is what? What's the official second? No, it's official sport. Forget the 2 national ones. What is it for Saskatchewan? Is it curling, CFL as in Rider Nation, or potash boring? See if that makes any difference. Questions there. One of my multiple choice always is a throwaway. I hope you know that by now. I'm assuming you do. But maybe not. Let's have a look. Pretty much the same in the top 5. But anything, it's speed of correct answer on this last question. Anything can happen. Last one, and then I'll give you a sec to load up. All right. Your emails and stuff like that. Here's the last question. All right. Illegal in national parks, extreme sports enthusiasts who parachute from buildings and antenna and like spans and off the earth like rocks are participating in what sport? What's it called? What is it called? All right. Last question. Is it jumping the shark, the Darwin Awards, or base jumping? See if it changes anything in the top 5. If anything moves around, and we'll let everybody after this leaderboard did it. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Maybe. Oh, could be. Fill in your information right there, and I'll let you know that those winners can add to their totals. Cumulative from last week, for instance, if you're on last week's live stream and you won money, the payout will come this week after this one combined. All right? Just so you're aware. I hope you're assigning your emails to these prizes. Last week, I also missed a vulgarity warning in advance of the show. So there's a little bit of a vulgarity warning in part 3 as we are going to wrap it up. And there are bonus questions again, right after the rapid fire, and then even after the double or dollar finale. So don't go away after you see what they've answered on screen. All right. Oh, yeah. Listen, Sue. Okay, there's another round coming up. I know, Shauna Lee, it's tough. Things move really quickly. But you'll get used to it. And listen, it's fun to, just have bragging rights to see if you got them before. So hopefully we've got everybody collecting their prize on that. Let me double check that we've got everybody. There's a couple more. No, I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're good. Whew. I just have to burn a little time. That's all. Until we're ready to start round 3. I'm excited for you. The last round now, it's head to head as we are going into the final round. Stick around. Be aware of the rapid fire bonus question. Should show up. I'm hoping so. And then at the end, I'll be back with more Okay, here we go. All right, coming up in round 3, Team ThinkBank and Team OGs will go head-to-head and try to add more cash to their scores. But first, I want to award some random cash to someone random in Timothy's pub. What do you think? Who do you got for me?
Okay, I'm gonna be terrible. Okay, hi.
What's your name?
Tracy. Hi.
Hi, Tracy. Hello. So,
Hi.
random rapid fire question for you. Heather and Crane enjoy competing against each other in Scrabble. In 20 seconds, according to the Spruce Online Lifestyle website, name 4 of the top 16 word games besides Scrabble. Give me some word games. Go.
Wordle, Words with Friends, Word Search, Boggle, crossword puzzles, Pictionary, Snakes and Ladders.
$20. You got it for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure that Cards Against Humanity is a word game nonetheless, but she still got it. I'm good for it. It is time for round 3. So let's have both teams on screen ready to answer some venue-inspired questions. If you're the first to give me a wave when I ask you a question, I'll give you a chance to answer. And each question in round 3 is worth $50. All right, in round 3, head-to-head, the first question, again, is worth $50. The Black Swan Tavern, while it's an English pub, the Black Swan is native to Australia and pictured on the state flag of Western Australia. The only place in the world where you can find quokkas, which are what? What are quokkas?
Marsupials. Marsupials.
So Phil was first to come in on that, thinking that they're marsupials. Are they small, furry marsupials, Inselberg sandstone rock formations, or are they what Aussies put cheese on?
I'll stick with marsupials.
All right, correct. It is small, furry marsupials. First $50 in head-to-head goes to Team OGs. Next question. Inspired by Timothy's Pub. Timothy's Pub named after its owner, I'm assuming, not a celebrity Timothy. American psychologist Timothy Leary helped define an era in the 1960s when he popularized the phrase, turn on, tune in, drop out, in his research to prove the benefits of using what?
LSD. We want to say LSD.
And again, Crane doesn't even look at Heather. Maybe Heather gave him a wink on that one again. We're not sure. LSD, cable TV for homeschooling, or fire safety techniques. They are correct for the full $50. Team ThinkBank, LSD, yes. Next question. The tradition of singing national anthems before sporting events originated with the New Zealand Rugby All Blacks taunting chant called the what? Who thinks they know? Give me a wave. Don't do it. Phil said he thinks he knows that one. So for the full $50, Team OGs, let me see what it looks like.
Oh, sure. Make the fat guy dance.
What is that? That looks like swimming in the swimming pool. No, I want to see the haka. Okay, ThinkBank, you can steal this money if you can give me a better haka. Let me see it, ThinkBank.
Oh, here.
Timothy's Pub. ThinkBank steals that $50. All right, there's 3 more questions. Don't worry. The next questions in round 3 will be determined by attendees at both venues, all of whom will select the category in the real-time poll. I'll give it a couple more seconds. Okay, they've picked TV and film for you. I don't know how you're feeling about that, Team OGs. You feeling confident with TV and film?
You got it. No worries.
Sure.
Yeah, Phil is still salty about the haka. We'll see what happens on these next 3 questions in TV and film. For $50, give me a wave if you think you know the answer to this. The 4 letters of the title of the 2022 Best Picture Oscar-winning movie Coda stand for what? Okay, Think Bank. You think you know it?
Child of a deaf adult.
No. No. Close, but no.
No. Oh, is this one of those Toronto Trivia League fine-tune type of things?
Yeah, this is Phil. Do the dance. Do the dance.
We're still trying to get the haka out of Phil. Unbelievable. Child of deaf adults, care of deaf adults, or cried often during awards, which I did when they won. I'm going to give that to Think Bank. Child of deaf adults, Coda, $50. All right, don't worry. This is still worth $50. You can make it up. I'll give you a little chance. I'll give you a chance to wave in first, T-Mojis, on this one. In the 2007 final scene of The Sopranos, Tony, Carmela, and AJ are in a diner waiting for Meadow and eating what circular-shaped menu item that Tony describes as the best in the state. What do you think, OGs?
I'm going to say bagels.
Takes a flyer on this on behalf of Phil. Okay, Think Bank wants to try to steal it.
We believe it's onion rings.
Okay, first of the 2 teams to either show me an order of what you think it is or the menu item on a menu.
We don't have menus.
They don't serve food here. They don't serve food.
Just wait. There's A&W around the corner. I'll be back in 7 minutes.
Do the dance.
It's a little blurry. But I'm going to take your word for it. Think Bank getting another $50 on that. But I'm going to give 25 to OGs for coming in with bagel, which was incorrect. It was not bagels. It was onion rings. It was not pizza. Or my other questionable multiple choice option was mozzarella poppers. Last question in film and TV worth $50. In the 1989 movie Field of Dreams, Ray Liotta, may he rest, played the character of what real-life fashion accessory named professional baseball player? Think Bank already ringing in on that one. Gonna give you a chance.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
It wasn't Satchel Paige. It wasn't Jose Bautista. It was Shoeless Joe Jackson. Correct for another $50 to Think Bank. Okay, before I give an update, let's have a look at the selfie pic collage, see where everybody else is at, if they've added some new pictures to the collage, how it's looking at both venues, the venue behind Team OGs and the venue behind Team Think Bank. Looking good at both venues. Add in your mug if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to add the filter in the top left. You can take another picture. Team OGs, you have $355, Team OGs. Team Think Bank, you have $545. Both teams are going to vote in a secret ballot on whether they want to play the Double or Dollar finale or leave with a guaranteed amount. It's a vote of play with some salt in your hand or pay with some pepper. If both teams vote to pay out, and only if both teams vote to pay out, that's pepper, then Think Tank and OGs both leave with the lowest bankroll, which is $355. If the highest scoring team votes to play with salt, Double or Dollar, they go for it. But here's the catch on the Double or Dollar finale. If they vote with pepper to pay out, Think Bank, but OGs double crosses them, the lower scoring team, and votes to go for it, then they go for double on their amount. I'll give you a moment to discuss. On 3, 2, 1, show me. 3, 2, 1. What do you show me? I can't see that, Brad. What did you have there, Brad? Think Bank wanted to go for it, so automatically they are going for the Double or Dollar question to double their money right now. The final question on the double or dollar finale is determined in a real-time poll. Science and tech looks like it's dominating on this right now, and it's only going to be one question. I'm calling it. Science and tech is the one question double or dollar finale question. All right. Team Think Bank at Timothy's Pub. On your own now, this question is worth either $1,090 or $1 if you don't get it right. No multiple choice for you. Here's the question. According to Inuit legend, ancestral spirits playing soccer with the skull of a walrus describe what phenomenon caused by a cannibal coronal mass ejection, a CME, erupting from the sun and interacting with Earth's magnetic field?
We're going to go with the Northern Lights.
Or the Aurora Borealis, to be specific. Yeah.
Going with the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, to be specific, they say. Options on the multiple choice were heat dome, disruption of the blockchain, or the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis. Will it be worth $1,090? They are correct to double their money.
You guys were great. Thank you, Timothy.
How you feeling, Team Think Bank?
Our bank is almost empty. That was really hard.
So don't forget to play any bonus questions on the Quiz Boss app if you're watching the premiere live stream of this episode. And I want to thank the Toronto Trivia League. Everybody playing. Let's bring back Team OGs at the Black Swan Tavern. Thanks to the Toronto Trivia League, specifically the Quizmasters Phil Rock, Brad Horning, Heather McCall, and Crane Spanier. Thanks to the Black Swan Tavern and Timothy's Pub and everyone playing along in each venue. Look for more episodes of Quiz Boss on my social channels in the future. Thank you for playing. And remember, you may have known a lot of the answers to my questions on this episode, but there's no question overall. I am the Quiz Boss. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Amazing job. Woo. Unbelievable. Higher prize, more prize value? They just won over $1,000. Okay. All right, let's talk. You can do this. You can do this. It's okay. We got more questions. There are 4 more questions. Let's see what it looks like on the leaderboard for you. Okay, there's the top 10 in the money at this point in time. We still have those 4 more questions before I award the prizes. And then I'm going to put that poll in the Facebook or the, not Facebook, the Selfie Pick Collage. But still a chance for you to win some cash right now if you're not in those top 10. Don't worry. I want to give you a chance to win as well. If you haven't made it yet, get the fingers ready as your first. I mean, we have to continue in the science and tech because that's what was picked and it ended up being Aurora Borealis. I don't know, like, first of all, the Hamilton Jabronis, no love for that. No love. Stugotzarella Poppers, did I get in trouble for that one? Okay, probably. That was the warning from earlier. But here's the additional questions for you to get in the top 10 if you haven't done so already. In 2012, using 16,000 computer processors and 10 million YouTube videos, Google's neural network used programmed AI to, on its own, identify pictures of what animal? Ooh, it's a doozy. See if you know this one. Get some extra bonus points on this one. Racking them up as we see what happens. What animal? Cat? Monkey? Elephant? The AI figured it out on their own. Or, well, it's not a plural. Well, it could be. I don't know what AI's pronouns are. Who knows? It could be they, them, which is fine. It was cat, of course. Next question as we continue with science technology. 3 more questions as we look at the leaderboard. What is it looking at right now? Oh, a little bit of a mix up there. Yeah, with 3 more questions. Who's going to end up in the top 10 on this? Let's find out. Here we go. Next question. Salicin is found in willow tree bark, which is the natural version of the synthesized acid used to make what household pain reliever? I make this really easy on the multiple choice. Really easy. I'm serious. Aspirin, Sapinol, or Barcaset. Riffs on pain relievers there. Should have changed things up. I don't know. Oh, well, we'll see what happens on the leaderboard. What does it look like now? Ooh, a little bit more of a mix-up. Alex was back in the top on that question. Flip back up. We'll see what happens. There are 2 more questions in science and technology as we go and continue, and then I will be awarding the prize for this round. There's 3 rounds total. In 1970, Bill Bowerman was inspired to invent the sole of modern-day running shoes from what household cooking utensil appliance? This is a moldy oldie from the trivia. I mean, come on. You got to know this one. I'm pretty sure it's pop culture lore, even if, I mean, it's like, I know it was like way back, but did it change anything on the leaderboard? We don't know, with one more question after this one in science and technology. As we see, in fact, I don't know. See, Urban Sombrero did leap out into the top, but what is the top 10? You can see on your device, if you're able to engage the game on the QR code or adamquiz.com, you'll be able to see your ranking out of all the players. But there are still more questions, 1 more, to determine the top 10 in this, the last of the rounds. All right, here we go. In the 1969 children's book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, right? It's actually inaccurate when the butterfly emerges from its cocoon instead of a what? This is like the third of, right, the sad eyes. It's coming. Here it is. You should know this one. Is it hive, sarcophagus, chrysalis? Could it change anything on the board? Of course, I'm talking about Eric Carle, the author of that book, passing not too long ago. Before we had that, Ronnie Hawkins passing in the past year, Ray Liotta as well. And here's the leaderboard on the final amounts, as everybody should be claiming the prize. Congratulations for those top 10 winners. Amazing job. I'm going to load up. Yeah, thanks, Tanya. Perfect. And I know that people might have had some problems on their phone, but you can always play in the chat for bragging rights. Love to see that. Claim your prizes right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show that poll one more time for future reference in terms of what I can do for you to make the game more shareable. I want you to join. I know, like I say, the prize values, everybody gets their game face on and they're too serious. I want you to be loosey-goosey. But then again, Team Think Bank, over $1,000 tonight. Of course, that's the in-venue team players. You could be a team player too, maybe if you've got a pub trivia night. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to claim their prize in this round, however, and it looks like we are good to go on that front. So here's the poll again. Give me 1 second. I'm going to load up the poll. Rank again if you haven't done so already, and we'll see what you think, because right now it's higher price value is what everybody wants. If you haven't had a chance to rank, you can re-rank, or if you've only had one shot to do it, if you missed out. If you're still looking for that brand, there we go. I'll give that up for you again very quickly. And then what I'm going to do, don't go anywhere, because if you're still hanging around, I want you to add your face to the Quiz Boss selfie pic collage. Use the little filter, add that. I just want to get any more rankings here. And then I'm going to load up, after I roll the credits, you're going to see the selfie pic collage pop up on the phones. And I want you to join that. All right. I want you to put your face on there. Tougher answer opens? Yeah. Okay. Well, tougher. I mean, get in the rank poll. I mean, I know you're having problems with the phone, so good to have you there. But right now, it's still a little bit less of overall higher prize value, close with more chances to win. Makes sense. All right. And I'm going to put up the selfie pic collage in a second after I roll the end credits for this episode. A lot of people helped put this together over the 3 episodes. I will tell you right now that this was a short run web series, 3 episodes, lots of cash going out into the trivia environments in venue at the various pubs we were at with the Quiz Boss live stream field producers. And we're going to take a summer hiatus, take your feedback, look at your faces on the selfie pic collage in a matter of moments. And we're going to come back, hopefully in the fall, with many more episodes. So right now, here's the end credit roll. And then look for the selfie pic collage. right after this. And thank you so much for playing.